Right, Eric, thank you so much for joining me. It's an absolute privilege to be talking to you. Now, you've played all over the world. You've made some fantastic teammates, including Emil Forsberg at New York Red Bulls. So can you tell me a little bit about linking up with him? Because I know you've played against him. Now you're playing with him. So it must be fantastic for you guys to get together, play together. And I know against Minnesota, you guys scored in the same game. So can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, first of all, Emil is a great guy. So from the first day on, we had like a little connection. We're talking about a bunch of stuff besides football. So that's already the first connection, I would say. And then of course, I played a lot of times against him. He's a great football player, and yeah, he's the player I would say a striker needs because he knows how to assist and. Yeah, it was a fun season last season with him. I know there's still some room to do better as a whole team, but we had great moments together. And like you said, there were a lot of games where he scored, I scored, we assisted each other, and we connected well.
Absolutely. It was amazing to see how well you did. We touched on Emil there, and you've played with so many great players throughout your career. I mean, I remember you scoring that late goal against Atalanta and then Neymar ambushing you in the interview. So can you tell me a little bit about that and your relationship with him, what it was like to play with him?
Yeah, and I remember, of course, that game, and I think whole Paris will never forget that game, and it was a special moment for me. And it showed a little bit the whole atmosphere in the team. We had a great atmosphere in the team. We had a great season so far. We didn't win the final, but we made it to the final, and this game was a special game for me. That was a world-class performance from Neymar in this game. It was crazy how good he played, and that we won this game after, I would say, it was a late thriller, you can say, because two goals in the last 5 minutes from our side. And yeah, Neymar is a great guy, one of the best footballers in the world, maybe the best technical technician or technical player I ever played with, and we still speak from time to time. I follow him, of course. He's following me a little bit here in New York, and yeah, great guy. Hopefully, I will see him in the Brazilian team maybe when they come to New York.
100%. It's been great that he's been part of your adventure. Now you're doing amazing things with New York Red Bulls. You've obviously paid for Bayern Munich. So what's it like playing somewhere glamorous like New York or Germany compared to playing in somewhere like Stoke?
To be honest, also Stoke was a great experience for me, and it's not at the end of the day, it's not about the glamour of a club. Even Bayern Munich, people from outside think such a big club, such big players, but at the end of the day, we are still like it's still like a small family, I would say, and that's also what makes such a club special, I would say. Um, Me during my off season, for example, I was regularly there. I was seeing the guys. I could even train there on the facility, and that shows that they don't forget what you did also for a club. And yeah, that's what I mean with la- kind of a family club. Great moments to never forget, of course. And it was a great time in Munich for me. It was a great time also in Paris. But at the end of the day, it's great for me also playing for Red Bull New York right now, and we have also a great feeling here. Everyone, in besides the players, the whole staff, the people in the stadium, the people at the facility, everyone is chilled and cool, and everyone respects each other. And football is the game of respect. So um, I would have been disappointed if there would be a difference between a big club like Bayern Paris and then, let's say, a smaller team like Stoke. So at the end of the day, it's about respecting each other, working together, playing on the highest level. That's what I did with Stoke in the Premier League. That's what I did with Bayern or with Red Bull. Of course, I played Champions League with the other teams, what was a dream for me. But at the end of the day, we all compete kind of on the highest level.
Absolutely. Just one more on Stoke very quickly. I know that your move to PSG was very interesting because it was on transfer deadline day. So can you talk to me about that day, what it was like getting that deal over the line?
Yeah, to be honest, of course, behind the scene, there were already some communication. So I was prepared to get this deal done some days earlier, of course. But as you said, it was quite at the end of the transfer period, and contracts had to be made, and the signature was really, really late. So at the end of the day, I was just happy because as a football player, your dream is always to play on the highest level and to compete and to play with the best of the world. And of course, Paris in that time and still now is one of those teams. So was what means a dream, but yeah, a little dream which came true, of course, to play us in the Champions League. Some familiar faces like the coach and some players like Draxler I played already together, or Chilukere in that time. But beside that, also I'm a guy I like experiences, and I never played in France, and I got to know new players, new cultures. So like I did it right now with the Red Bull New York, was a great time, and I like to see as much as possible of the world.
100%. You mentioned there about achieving dreams, and I've seen on your Instagram there's a picture of you back at your old soccer pitch in Hamburg with your mum and your dad. So what's it like going from being in that position there to flying over to somewhere like New York, and you've got the next generation of players coming up to you and they see you as a bit of a hero?
Yeah, it's a great feeling, to be honest, and you never forget where you come from. It always makes me happy when I'm back in Hamburg, in my hometown, playing even on the small field. It changed even. Now it's artificial grass. Back in the days, normally it was like a sandy field. And when I see then the young kids, the young lads in our team, I try to motivate them. I try to tell them, I hope they see in me the inspiration also that, yeah, you can make it. You can make it far. It doesn't matter where you come from. And also, like you said, you can make a huge step from one club to another club. You just have to work consistently, believe always in your dreams, have your goals to work in front of you, and be always focused, but also very respectful and humble.
Yeah, 100%. We've talked all about the amazing things you've done for the clubs that you've played for, but also internationally, scoring in the World Cup. Can you tell me a little bit about what that moment was like for you?
Yeah, also an incredible moment. I always try to start a game like my goal as an offensive player, as a striker, or even midfield sometimes. Of course, I want to score, but the main goal is to win the game and to have a good game, to contribute with my performance for a possible win. But of course, this moment was special because it was my first goal at the World Cup, and it was a great game. We were 3-1 down, and I scored the 3-3 against Serbia. So a moment which I will never forget, of course. And yeah, playing for Cameroon is always was my dream when I was very young, and I'm very proud that I played so long for the national team and that I played 3 World Cups.
Absolutely. It's an amazing part of your story, which is continuing now in New York. Can you tell me a little bit about this game coming up with Orlando and what you want to continue to achieve with this club this season?
Um, First of all, we had a good preseason now, and Orlando will be a tough game. We played last year against Orlando. They have a good team. They play good football. It will be tough, of course, because I think in the MLS, especially away games are not that easy. But we will take every game 100% serious, focused. That's what the coach showed us and told us from the first day. We will play intensive attacking football. That's our goal, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. You mentioned you had a good season. You did incredibly well. The fans voting you Player of the Year. So what did that mean to you? Tell me about it.
First of all, the fans are so important, and it's always a great feeling to play at home in front of them, or even away when they support us. And then getting that feedback is a nice feeling, definitely. It's something, yeah, I will keep forever, of course, after a season. And um, I really appreciate it, of course. It was a great season, personally, but percent satisfying because we didn't achieve, like, I would say, our main goal as a team. So I'm really focused on this season and hungry to start and to do much better even as a team in front of our supporters. And yeah, being or how you say, being voted like player of the season is yeah, is an honor. I will keep that, and I will try my best to play again a great season for them.